Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into Project Mugetsu to rank every Shikai and Bankai from best to worst. If you're playing as a Soul Reaper, you need to know which abilities are worth keeping and which ones you should reroll ASAP. Before we get into the tier list, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a ton and keeps you updated with the best guides, tier lists, and everything you need to dominate in Project Mugetsu. Plus, you don't want to be stuck with a weak Shikai while everyone else is out there shredding, right? Alright, let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the Shikai tier list. If you're new to Project Mugetsu, Shikai is the first major power-up you get as a Soul Reaper. It unlocks unique abilities that can completely change how you fight, but not all Shikai are equal. Some give you insane damage and mobility, while others are broken bar well, they're just not worth keeping. In this tier list, we're ranking every Shikai based on their overall strength, versatility, and how well they perform in both PvP and PvE. If you end up with a lower tier Shikai, you might want to consider rerolling. Now, let's get into the rankings. Starting off with B tier, these Shikai are decent but not amazing. They have some useful abilities, but they struggle to keep up with the stronger options in the game. If you roll one of these, they can work for a while, but you might want to reroll when you get the chance. First up, Hirin Maru. It's okay for grinding mobs until you get something better. The ice traps aren't very useful, but the AO attack is nice, making it somewhat useful in PvP. However, in PvP, it doesn't really stand out. Next, we have Zangetsu. As basic as it gets, it has a few fun moves like Tenbu, but overall, it's just not that strong. If you're looking to dominate in fights, you should reroll this Shikai ASAP. Now that we've covered the B tier, let's move on to the stronger ones. Now we're moving into A tier. These Shikai are strong, with solid abilities that make them great picks for both PvP and PvE. They may have some minor drawbacks, but overall, they're a huge step up from B tier and definitely worth keeping. First, we have Zanka. This Shikai delivers devastating fire damage, making it one of the most powerful in terms of raw destruction. Some players struggle with its short range, but if you can master it, Zanka is a force to be reckoned with. Next up, Nozarashi. This Shikai is all about aggressive, close-range combat. If you like getting up in your opponent's face and dealing massive melee damage, this is for you. However, it's not the best for AO attacks, so it struggles in certain situations. Then there's Senbonzakura. It might not be the most powerful, but it's easily one of the most fun to use. You get projectiles, teleportation, and even some decent AO damage, making it a strong choice, especially in PvP. Lastly, Kamishini. This Shikai is great for players who love long combos and melee-focused attacks. It also has a solid AO move, making it versatile in different combat situations. Now, we've reached the best of the best of S tier. These Shikai are the strongest in Project Mugetsu, offering insane damage, utility, and versatility. If you roll one of these, you're in luck because they dominate in both PvP and PvE. First up is Ikemenji. This Shikai is packed with debuffs, so almost every ability either has a chance or is guaranteed to inflict status effects like blind, ant, seal, or blacken. On top of that, many of its moves are ranged, making it extremely effective in keeping opponents at a disadvantage. Its final ability, Futentsutsurio, summons a shrine that deals massive damage, making it one of the most powerful Shikai in the game. Next, we have Minazuki. This Shikai is all about relentless slashing and bloodshed. You tag your opponent, teleport around them, and cause continuous bleed damage, making it one of the most punishing Shikai in PvP. If you like aggressive, fast-paced combat, Minazuki is one of the best choices out there. If you manage to get either of these Shikai, hold on to the aim, they'll give you a serious advantage in battles. That wraps up the Shikai tier list, but we're not done yet. Now, let's move on to the Bankai tier list. Starting off the Bankai tier list with B tier. These Bankai aren't terrible, but they don't stand out either. They can hold their own in combat, but compared to stronger options, they just don't bring enough to the table. If you roll one of these, it's fine to use for a while, but you'll want to upgrade when you get the chance. First up, Daigaran Hirin Maru. This Bankai enhances its ice-based attacks, making it solid for grinding mobs. The upgraded abilities offer decent crowd control, but overall, it's not the most powerful option. It's useful until you get something better. Next, Tensei Zangetsu. It's definitely an improvement over its Shikai form, but that's not saying much. While it has some better moves, it still falls short compared to other Bankai. If you get this one, you should be looking to replace it as soon as possible. If you found this video helpful so far, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out and keeps you updated with more tier lists, guides, and everything you need to dominate in Project Mugetsu. We're ranking every Shikai and Bankai in Project Mugetsu, so if you're trying to figure out whether to keep or reroll, this tier list has you covered. Don't get stuck with a weak Bankai. Stay tuned as we go through the best options in the game. Now, let's move on to A tier and see which Bankai are worth keeping. These are strong choices that offer solid damage, versatility, and good usability in both PvP and PvE. They might not be the absolute best, but they're definitely worth keeping if you roll one. First up, Kamishini no Yari. If we're talking visuals, this Bankai is one of the best. But beyond just looks, it's also a well-rounded choice, offering a mix of ranged and melee attacks. The damage is solid, and it's a great option if you like a balanced playstyle. Next, Senbonzakura Kageyoshi. This Bankai stands out for its flashy animations and AO attacks, making it great for taking on multiple enemies at once. While it's not the most powerful Bankai out there, it still holds its own and can be a great asset in the right hands. Finally, we're at the top of the tier list at S tier Bankai. These are the absolute best of the best. If you manage to roll one of these, you're going to be a powerhouse in Project Mugetsu. These Bankai offer insane damage, control, and overall effectiveness in every situation. First, we have Zanka No Tachi. This Bankai is ridiculously powerful. You can summon skeletons and create an AO firing that devastates enemies. But it doesn't stop there. Its downward slash and Tensai Kajin ability are the cherry on top, making it one of the most overpowered Bankai in the game. Next, Nozarashi. Just like its Shikai counterpart, this Bankai focuses on close-range combat, but now, it's on a whole new level. The moves are incredibly powerful, especially the Scream ability, which stuns everyone in its path. If you're all about close-range dominance, this is your Bankai. Lastly, Minazuki. It's just like its Shikai, but even flashier and deadlier. With moves like Blood Rampage and Blood Clot, Minazuki becomes even more punishing in combat. If you love the bloodthirsty style of its Shikai, the Bankai version takes it up a notch. And that's a wrap on our Project Mugetsu Shikai Bankai tier list. Hopefully, this video helped to figure out which abilities are worth keeping and which ones you might want to reroll. If you found it helpful, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more tier lists, guides, and tips to dominate in Project Mugetsu. Remember, this video covered everything from the best to worst Shikai and Bankai, so you'll always know what's top tier and what's not. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.